Alex Mercer stood alone on the hospital's rooftop terrace, the city's skyline melting into dusk. In his hand, the terminal diagnosis, a thin slip of paper that felt like a guillotine's blade against his chest. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. 6 months, if he was lucky. His world narrowed to a ticking clock. Each breath, each heartbeat, a borrowed moment. Memories of first dates with his wife Emma, her laugh echoing in a summer meadow the morning she waited with coffee on his birthday, swirled through his mind. How could he face death knowing the last chapter would be defined by a hospital bed and whispered goodbyes? That night, Alex made a pact with himself. Before the final page, he would feel alive again. He would taste forbidden passion, just once. An affair so searing it would banish fear and regret. He pictured a stranger's touch, the electric thrill of deception, the reclaiming of youth in a single stolen embrace. What Alex didn't know was that Emma had known his secret long before the doctor's call. For weeks she sensed his mounting despair, late-night silences, hollow stares at wedding photos, a growing distance that no conversation could bridge. Out of love, she had forged her own ruse. She would protect him by letting him think he was free to choose one last thrill. She had arranged for his stranger to be a compassionate woman who would never betray his trust, Isabella, a friend of a friend, briefed only to offer comfort. Now Alex believed he was spinning a final web of lies. Yet the greatest deception lay in Emma's quiet sacrifice, her love so vast she would watch him stray rather than see him crumble. In the next few minutes you will witness fading light, the Mercer marriage before the storm, shared routines, whispered dreams, and the first tremors of illness. The terminal prognosis, the crushing blow of the cancer diagnosis and Emma's silent vow to shield Alex from despair. A secret desire, Alex's decision to pursue one final affair to feel youth's fire rekindled. Crossing the line, his meeting with Isabella under false pretenses, a spark that both heals and wounds. Emma's vigil, Emma's covert orchestration, her own heartbreak in exchange for Alex's fleeting joy. The affair unveiled, Alex's confession to Emma, expecting rage, but finding her arms and impeccable grace instead. Forgiveness and grace. Their emotional reckoning, the power of love that transcends betrayal and mortality. Final chapter. Alex's final promise to Emma as life's sunset deepens. Expert advice. Corner guidance from a family therapist on intimacy at life's end and from an estate attorney on advanced directives and patient rights. Legacy of the heart. Next, a contested posthumous memoir and the revelation of a hidden child that will test Emma's devotion anew. Before the diagnosis, Alex and Emma's life was a delicate choreography of love and routine. Their mornings began with shared coffee, Emma grinding beans in their little kitchen, Alex reading design journals at the counter. Their daughter Lily giggled as she chased the family cat across sunlit tiles. Emma packed Lily's lunchbox with care. Alex tied her ponytail before school. Every moment felt ordinary and precious. Support groups and hospital runs. When Alex first complained of abdominal pain, Emma whisked him off to the hospital. Between scans and blood tests, they met other couples in the oncology waiting room, smiles carved by hope and fear. They learned that community could be a soft place to land late-night phone support, shared transport to chemotherapy consultations, and a mutual nod exchanged across the sterile corridor. Stolen moments of joy. Despite the cloud gathering, they fought to preserve normalcy. On a Saturday afternoon, they surprised Lily with a kite at the park. The three of them ran across emerald grass, the kite swooping high as Lily squealed. Alex scooped her into his arms, her laughter a fragile balm to his worried mind. Emma watched, tears of both joy and sorrow glinting in her eyes. Lily's innocent questions. That evening, after a hectic infusion appointment, Emma tucked Lily into bed. Lily placed her hand on Emma's cheek with toddler-sized concern. "Mommy, will Daddy be okay?" Emma forced a smile. "Daddy's having special medicine. We'll take good care of him." Lily nodded, trusting reason she barely understood. Alone afterward, Emma sat in the nursery rocker, rocking Lily's empty blanket. She whispered, Please let him see your 5th birthday. When Dr. Ramos delivered the diagnosis, Alex felt his world shatter. He excused himself, stumbling into the small hospital chapel where they'd married. The hush of stained glass windows and the faint scent of incense flooded him with memories, his voice trembling as he vowed to love Emma in health and sickness. Now, sickness loomed as a final containment. Alex's private breakdown. Kneeling before an empty pew, Alex watched candles flicker. He clutched the church's wooden rail, shoulders shaking. God, he whispered, why now? Rain tapped the windows like sympathetic tears. He pressed his face to the cool wood, unable to pray. Emma's own grief. Meanwhile, Emma found sanctuary in the hospital chapel's prayer room. She sank onto a plush pew, phone in hand, calling her mother. Through whispered sobs, she confessed her terror. He's my everything, I can't. Her mother's calm voice held her. You'll be enough. They reunited in the hallway, holding each other up as if both were sinking. Alex whispered, I'm so sorry. Emma shook her head. No, thank you for telling me. Back home, Alex's nights grew restless. He researched end-of-life experiences until he stumbled on Isabella Rossi's profile, an artist companion who offered bespoke, living fully sessions. According to testimonials, she helped clients rediscover beauty in simple pleasures, dance, conversation, art, Isabella's backstory. When they met at the Riverview Cafe that evening, Isabella revealed her own scars. She had lost her mother to cancer, witnessing her final days with complex grief. That loss drove her to train as a hospice volunteer. Soon, she combined art therapy with personal companionship. I promise discretion, she said, her voice gentle. My purpose is to help you feel alive, not to complicate your life. Alex's inner conflict. He weighed guilt against desperation. Memories of Emma's unwavering devotion haunted him. Her trembling frame when he first collapsed in the kitchen, her hands pressed to his fevered brow. Yet a hunger for youthful passion rose like a tide. This isn't betrayal, it's survival, he told himself, voice quivering. Isabella's compassionate eyes offered absolution. The study was warmed by lamplight and the faint scent of cedar from Alex's drafting table. Isabella placed a single red rose in a crystal vase. A reminder of life's color, she said. Classical music whispered from the stereo. Sensory details. Alex inhaled the mixture of rose and his own cologne, notes of bergamot and cedarwood. Isabella's hair shone auburn in lamplight. Her laughter was soft as silk. When she guided his hand to trace her collarbone, his pulse roared in his ears. Memories rekindled. He recalled their first dance at their wedding, her gown swirling, his fingers trembling. Now his body ached with longing. Their kiss was hesitant, then desperate, as if each touch defied mortality. For a fleeting hour, Alex forgot pain and prognosis. He felt alive, heart sink with a stranger's pulse. Guilt returns. Afterward, Isabella slipped away, leaving Alex alone with the echo of her footsteps. His elation curdled into shame. He sank onto the leather chair, burying his face in his hands. Emma's arms, he thought. Emma's face. He whispered to the empty room, What have I done? Emma sensed the shift before Alex spoke. He emerged from the study late, eyes luminous yet haunted. She folded laundry, pretending sleep hadn't escaped her for nights. Confiding in a friend. Over herbal tea in the kitchen, Emma confided in her friend Sarah, a hospice nurse. I know about Isabella. Sarah's eyes widened. You arranged that? Emma nodded through tears. He needed hope. Sarah pressed her hand. Your love, it's extraordinary, but be sure he's truly safe. Clergy's counsel. That morning, Emma sat with Pastor Nguyen at the church. His quiet presence soothed her. You carry his burden, but you mustn't lose yourself, he said, voice kind. Pray for guidance, and remember compassion begins at home. Moral struggle. At work, caring for sick children, Emma saw echoes of her own heartbreak. She typed a message to Alex. Thank you for sharing your fears. I love you. She pressed send, then wept at her desk. Her love demanded both truth and sacrifice. Weeks passed. Alex's strength ebbed. Chemotherapy's toll etched new lines on his face. One evening, as he struggled to his feet, He paused by the mantel where their wedding photo glowed. Emma watched from the doorway. "I need to tell you the truth," he said, voice frail. "I know," she replied. He blinked. "You do?" She stepped forward. "I found your messages, your booking with Isabella." Her voice held no anger, only sorrow. Alex's breath caught. "I thought I was betraying you." Emma cupped his cheek. "You needed to feel alive. I arranged it all." His tears flowed. She pulled him into an embrace, their tears mingling. Flashback to vows. In that embrace, memories flooded them, vows spoken beneath the church's stained glass, their shared laughter in the meadow, Lily's small hand in theirs. Emma whispered each vow, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health. Forgiveness. Alex buried his face in her shoulder. "I'm so sorry." Emma stroked his hair. "There is nothing to forgive." They stood entwined, love renewed beyond betrayal's sting. In the days that followed, Alex and Emma crafted a bucket list. Sunset Drive. Emma wiped away chemo tears as they drove along the coast, music playing their wedding song. Home dance. In their living room, Alex paused the swing playlist. They swayed, bodies aching, laughter mingled with tears. Family picnic. Lily ran through golden fields with grandparents smiling. Alex chased her, breathless in the sun. Hospital visit with laughter. One afternoon, Emma dressed Alex in a vibrant scarf and took him to the children's ward. They delivered cupcakes, and Alex clowned for giggling patients. Their laughter echoed joy that defied pain. Shared farewell. That night, Emma sat beside Alex's bed reading his favorite novel. He drifted to sleep with her voice in his ear. She kissed his forehead. "Rest, my love." In his final week, Alex's fever spiked. Emma moved into his room, sleeping in a fold-out chair. One dusk, Alex awakened, grasped Emma's hand. "You will be, okay?" She nodded, tears glinting. "I promise." He pressed a small box into her palm. It was Isabella's painting, now inscribed, "To Emma, may love outlast all." Emma's gasp broke the hush. "He knew," she whispered. Alex's farewell letter. On his last morning, Emma read Alex's letter aloud. "My dearest Emma, thank you for carrying me across this valley. Even in my darkest hour, your love was my dawn. If these words find you, know I am at peace, because I had you. Live fully as we always dreamed. Yours, Alex." Lily and close friends gathered under the Spencer elm where Alex and Emma wed. Emma placed white roses at the foot of the tree. Lily held her mother's hand. Emma's resolve. Later, Emma packed the study. Books, drawings, the rose. She paused at the piano where Alex's hands once played. She pressed a key, the note lingering. With a steady exhale, she closed the lid. "Goodbye, my love." Expert Advice Corner. Couples and end-of-life intimacy. Dignity therapy. Life review counseling to help terminal patients record their legacy. Physical connection. Gentle, patient-centered intimacy can reduce anxiety and improve well-being. Legal and medical planning. Advanced directives. Clarify treatment preferences and designate a healthcare proxy. Companion agreements. If using paid services, document scope and fees to prevent estate challenges. Bereavement support. Counselors can guide surviving spouses through grief and practical transitions. Weeks after Alex's passing, as Emma sorted his study, she discovered a locked journal and an unsigned letter marked, "Read if I leave you." The letter hinted at a child conceived on that final night with Isabella, a secret heir to Alex's legacy. Emma's heart thundered. A hidden child would reshape everything: her motherly love, her family's future, and her own grief. She pressed the journal's lock, feeling both dread and duty. Next up, Legacy of the Heart, where a mother's love meets a stranger's child, and Emma must decide whether to protect a legacy or embrace a new miracle.